In today's video, I'm excited to talk about something that could totally change your approach to practice, the Soundbrenner Core 2 wearable metronome. Let's do it. This wearable metronome watch promises to be more than just a timekeeper, but a complete practice tool designed to help you improve faster and stay consistent with your practice. So full disclosure, Soundbrenner sent me this Core 2 for a review, and they provided an affiliate link. So if you want to pick one up, be sure to click the link. You're going to help the channel out and help yourself out with this very cool and very effective practice tool. So let's start by talking about what the Core 2 brings to the table. So the main feature is what made Soundbrenner famous. It is the vibrating metronome. So in addition to the audible click of the metronome, the watch actually vibrates on your wrist along with the pulse and physically connects you to the metronome, to the pulse. It's awesome. So in order to show you how I've been using it, we're going to check out the app. It's just a little easier to record, but you can do all this stuff from the watch itself. Let's check it out. So first things first, let's go to the metronome and set a tempo. I'm going to set slower tempo. Let's go 75. Then when we hit play, you're going to get a click, and I'm going to get a vibration as well. So every time it's clicking, I'm feeling a little pulse on my wrist. It's very cool. Very, very helpful. And this is a fully functional metronome with all the features, with all the subdividing features, and everything along with the vibrating pulse. So next up, let's check out the practice tracker. This feature gamifies your sessions and records how much time you spend practicing and breaks it down into usable stats. For me, this made practice way more fun and made it more of a challenge to keep a streak going. I didn't always stick to a schedule, but seeing the numbers go up, like the streak numbers go up, definitely kept me more consistent. The Core 2 also doubles as a tuner and a decibel meter. The tuner works great for quick adjustments, like at band practice, but I wouldn't use it at a studio where you had to be extremely precise. I would still use a pedal tuner for that. And speaking of band practice, the decibel meter is a cool touch for anyone playing in a live situation or in loud rehearsal spaces. It helps you monitor noise levels to protect your hearing and is something that I especially need to think about, but we probably all need to be more aware of that. So whether you're trying to tighten up your timing, stay consistent with more practice, or just keep things simple, the Core 2 checks a lot of these boxes. Very easy to use, and the app is very user-friendly. So now that we've seen what the Core 2 can do, let's check it out in action. I'm going to show you how I use the metronome in a practice session, as well as the session tracker. So first up, the vibrating metronome. You'll be able to hear a click, but I'm going to feel the pulse, okay? So we can do this, like I said, on the watch, but it's a little easier to show you on the app, so I'm going to do that here. So the app is super intuitive and easy to use. You can create custom tempos, change time signatures, save presets for specific songs or exercises that you're working on. Very cool. So we have set up here a 4/4 time signature with 75 BPM. Once I hit play, I'm going to feel it vibrating on my wrist, and you'll be able to hear the click. Okay, so I'm just going to run through the A minor pentatonic scale. I'm going to play one note per click at first. Here's eighth notes. Triplets. And 16th notes. Okay, so very cool. The vibrations are extremely helpful. Keeps you on the beat really well. And since we fired up the app, it's been tracking the practice session. So we've been going for about 9 minutes now. which is so helpful, so useful to keep you consistent. I'm going to end the practice session just so you can see what happens. And it tells you all your stats for this last session. So we started at about 3 o'clock and we went to 3:22. Okay. During which time we were paused for 37 seconds. It's very cool. Keeps track of everything. And then I'm just going to save it. And this is the gamification part. It shows you the days and weeks and months and keeps track of your sessions, how consistent you have been. This app is great at keeping you motivated, and you can set it up to have notifications to remind you to practice, or like, it's 8 a.m, shut off the YouTube, let's hit a practice, and then get back. We can drink our coffee after. You can even use it to schedule your next practice session. Just come over here, set the date and time, very straightforward. We'll do that. Add. Okay, and then you can see your practice calendar. Very cool. And you can see all your practice sessions previous, okay? A metronome is super helpful to work on a tough riff or practice scales or warming up. It just makes everything like a game time situation and increases your focus and makes every practice session way more effective and efficient. So if you take the metronome and then add the practice tracker, these are the two ingredients to really, really push your playing forward. So let's start off with the pros. First off, the design. It isn't bulky. It's lightweight. It looks like a nice watch. Everything is cool. The band is very comfortable. Another big win is the gamified practice tracker. It's such a simple idea, but seeing my practice hours add up over time has been incredibly motivating. And we can't leave out the big one, the vibrating metronome. It rules. It is so helpful and really connects you to the pulse. And last, my favorite feature is its usability. Even I was able to set up the app and get all the Bluetooth connections paired and everything, talking with each other in no time. It is awesome. And now let's talk about the cons, because there are a few that you might need to know about. So the biggest challenge I had was the learning curve. I'm sure you'll find it easier than I did, but the interface of the Core 2 took a little time to get used to. There's like a dial on here, and just like the button configuration overall, it makes sense once I got it, but it took me a second to get it, okay? And really any con that I found with this was more along the lines of my not being able to figure it out right away, which I'm sure, like I said, you're going to be fine and figure it out much quicker than I was able to. But if you're not super tech savvy, just be prepared to invest a little bit of time learning the ropes. Overall, the Core 2 is a fantastic tool that has made my practice sessions more enjoyable and more consistent. The design, the gamification, and once I got it, the seamless kind of integration between the watch and the app and everything working together is awesome. And so to wrap things up, here's the big question. Would I buy it? Would I recommend it? I would definitely buy it, and I have recommended it. This thing is awesome. It's way more versatile than a standard metronome, more portable than a standalone, metronome, and way more practical than a phone and all this stuff. It's right here. You have it with you at all times. And really, with this, it's not about replacing tools in your arsenal, but it's really more about streamlining the essentials, your practice essentials, okay? And for me, it makes it a no-brainer to have a metronome on you at all times. And remember, if you do want to pick up a Core 2, there's a link in the description down below. You'll be supporting the channel, and I'll see you in the woodshed.